and welcome to another episode of the C Plus Podcast featuring Hex and Shin. As always, I am your host, and I am joined by my co-host, Hex Ginkgo. And today, ladies and gentlemen, today is going to be a very interesting episode. So Hex, you and I, we have watched the original Blade Runner, and we've talked about it on the podcast before.
Yep. Great movie.
We've also talked about how we were going to watch Blade Runner 2049, and then talk about it on the podcast
several months ago,
and then we have not done that yet. And so I was like, hey, why don't we just... Okay, so I messaged you today, and I was like, it was like half joking, half like, oh, this is a good idea. But I was like, hey, what if we just watch Blade Runner for the podcast, lol? And then you're like, that's a cool idea. And I'm like, fuck, he went for it. Fuck. Shit. Okay. So then I have to
do 3 hours worth of work.
Now I have to figure out, how do I stream Blade Runner without actually showing Blade Runner?
Carefully.
And so today, Hex and I, for today's episode of the podcast, Hex and I are going to watch Blade Runner 2049, and we're going to live react to it. If you are watching the stream or if you're watching the VOD on YouTube, you will see on my side of the screen, I have a timer here set to 0, and the moment we hit play on Blade Runner, that's going to basically be the time code for where we are in the movie. So if you want to follow along and you want to watch along, I highly recommend doing that, because it's really just going to be us sitting here silently watching the movie until we have something to say.
That was cool.
Which is going to be like really awkward, but like we'll try to do this to the best of our abilities. I think we should be okay. But we'll see how it goes. So, Hex, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm going to get my old notes out.
Okay.
And I'm going to, unfortunately, it's good. Like, I'm glad you haven't watched it, in that you get to experience it, and I get to experience you experiencing it. At the same time, a lot of my notes talk about things that happen early that explain things that happen at the end.
Yeah.
So, I'm just gonna get those old notes out.
Okay. Well, what we'll do is we'll watch the movie, obviously, and then wow, this movie's 2 hours and 43 minutes. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow, this movie's long.
It's a long movie.
Holy shit. I did not realize it was that long. Oh my god.
It's a long movie.
Okay. All right. Well, either way, we'll talk more about the movie after we're done watching it, obviously.
Yeah.
Also, just to let you guys know, we are watching this on HBO Max. So, just to give you guys an idea of how we are watching it, in case, that might factor into certain things. So just to let you guys know, we are watching this on HBO Max. But yeah. So, all right, are you ready?
Yeah, give me a countdown.
All right, I'll give you a countdown in 3, 2, 1, go.
Right. So I'm assuming you have headphones on for this.
Yes, I have headphones on.
Sound is very important for this. Like, sound is very important in just all Denis Villeneuve movies. And this is one of the most visually appealing, just amazing movies I've ever seen.
Okay.
And then you watch Dune and you're like, yep, this is the same guy, and he brings the same level of...
This is the same man that did Dune.
It's so good. Like, Dune is also really good.
Now,
but
you're
it's
talking about, when you
another
say Dune, you talking about the new Dune or the old
The new
Dune? New Dune, okay.
No, I watched the new Dune, I watched the old Dune after I watched the new Dune, and I was like, this is fine. It also looks really bad considering it was made after Star Wars.
Oof.
Yeah, after every Star Wars.
So I will admit that I have not tested this at all, so I'm going to really hope that my computer does not crash on me.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that.
But we'll see.
I have the luxury of not worrying about
everything is fine for the most part. There was like a small blip, but like it evened out, so I think everything's okay.
So this
That's
opening...
such tiny font.
Yeah, it is very small.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, this movie and Dune are made for IMAX and theaters.
Yeah,
like that is the way to watch them. But
I'm
they're
not
still amazing
reading
movies.
any of. I'm not gonna read any of this. This is just summarizing what replicants are, and like, I vaguely remember.
It's really just giving you a little bit more context of like specific replicants.
I did see that like older models have like a lifespan and stuff like that.
Replicants still exist, but they're like more curated now.
Okay.
Is the idea. These opening shots are so good.
These are really pretty.
All of these establishing shots are cool. Amazing.
Yeah, I will admit that like the establishing shots in this are already like so much more interesting than the original Blade Runner.
There are a couple really cool shots in the original, but this is just filled with amazing
OG
ones.
Blade Runner had a bunch of really cool shots, but like, man, these are like stunning.
I mean, and you can't ever go wrong with Ryan frickin' Gosling.
Yeah.
God. So this is California.
Is that a joke or
no? This is California in the year 2049.
Oh, I want to quickly ask: are you watching this with subtitles or without?
I don't know yet.
Okay, well, I'm watching with subtitles, so
okay. I mean, I already know all the lines of this movie. Anyway.
Personally, I like subtitles just because I know for a fact that one, I'm probably gonna miss something, and then two, sometimes people just talk way too soft, and I'm like, I didn't hear what he said.
I already know. Like, I almost always have subtitles on for everything I watch anyway. It's very rare that I don't. But also, I've seen this like 3 times now. If you have questions, I am here.
Okay.
It's a very confusing movie.
Joy.
But in a good way. Like, it makes you think.
Yeah.
And there's not a ton of dialogue either. There's a lot of really, like... Well, I'll explain it when it gets there, but there's a lot of shots that, and scenes that are just, they're very long.
Yeah, I should also say that at any point that you want to talk more in depth about something, just say like pause or whatever, and then we'll.
Okay.
Yeah.
These are also just loaded with frickin' amazing actors. But like, they kind of get small parts. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because you get to see, like, other actors get the larger parts, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah. Is that Dave Bautista?
That is Bautista.
I just saw the side profile of his head. I'm like, is that?
Yep. This is a really amazing scene and a very interesting way to start a movie.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily unique, but it's really good.
Yeah.
Like, we're already 5 minutes in and not a single word has been said.
Yeah, but I'm already captivated.
Yeah, you're like, what's gonna happen?
What's happening? Oh, that's not nearly as interesting. He's just sitting there.
Six minutes.
Yes, 6 minutes. The first line is said.
He looks so much older.
Damn it, Ryan Gosling. I'm a farmer, damn it.
Little
Gross.
buggos.
Gross.
Yeah, that's what they use for protein. They didn't really go into it in depth in the last movie, but meat isn't really a thing.
Mm. I mean, I have always heard that bugs are a good source of protein.
They are.
Since
I've had
2020
before. Maybe that's why he lives alone. Because everybody died. I don't know how many awards this won, but it needed to have won more.
Say it again.
I don't know how many awards this won, but it needed to win more.
Mm. Is that a pen?
Scalpel.
Ah.
He's a doctor.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh my god.
It's a really good fight scene.
Boom. Jesus.
Through the door we go.
Not even through a door, went just through the wall.
Yeah, he made a door.
Oh, God. Look up and to the left, sir.
Yeah, I never thought that I never thought that we'd see somebody taking down Dave Bautista.
Yeah, right? Let alone Ryan Gosling taking down Dave Bautista. I'm surprised that he so unfazed by the scalpel.
You sound like GLaDOS right now.
Do I? Oh, interesting. So he's a replicant. Weird. Well, bye, Dave Bautista.
Damn, dude. Put him down.
Yeah, I love how completely unfazed by the scalpel he was by that.
Yeah, well, he's a robot.
That's true.
Man.
That's true.
So,
Though I was gonna also say, like, have you ever cut yourself with a scalpel before?
mm-mm.
It's scarily, it's like scarily dangerous. I've done it. I did it once by accident in anatomy in high school, and like,
Because they're so sharp.
yeah, because they're just so sharp. You don't notice it. It's so terrifying.
I just, like,
Ew.
I love the tech in this. It's not overly crazy.
Yeah. The screens are a little weird, I will admit.
They definitely don't fit.
Yeah, they don't fit.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be interesting. I wonder how you're going to react to this. Not this, but what the baseline she was talking about. Oh yeah, that's not really a thing.
What, nature?
Mm-hmm.
Right, yeah.
But oh yeah, so this is what I was talking about. Just these long takes that nothing really happens. No dialogue is said. You only see what he sees, like literally. They don't give you any other information. Because this whole movie really is just from his perspective. Like, there are some other characters that you get, but it's really just, like, his journey.
Is that a box?
And if you're if he's confused, you're confused.
Well, I'll admit that, like, this is really cool, but I feel like this movie is starting to have the same pacing problems that I didn't like about, well, not pacing problems, but it has the same pacing that the original movie had, and I'm like, okay, we'll see how this goes.
I feel like you get more into it.
Maybe.
I definitely latched onto this one a lot better than I did the other one, even if it is burn, you're just more intrigued.
Yeah, I think what will really be the biggest test is that if it has the same pacing, sure, okay, whatever. It's, can I understand it? Because with the original Blade Runner, the pacing was just so awkward that it was very hard to understand stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that's that. I don't find that with this one, where I'm still confused by the first one. Like, why are the replicants doing what they're doing?
Yeah.
Why is Deckard doing this other than, like, and why does he have this relationship with this girl? Like,
yeah,
it's not that. This is like, we know what Ryan Gosling's character is doing and everything. Like, it's better paced, I think.
Is this what happens when you start tripping on drugs? Is this what happens when you start spiraling?
I mean, it definitely felt like this when I got really messed up. It's just like this paranoia.
Jesus.
Like, you feel like everything is doing this, but, you know, that was only one time. So that was a PTSD test.
Huh.
Yeah, which I never noticed. It said a post-traumatic interview, which is interesting.
Huh.
The idea behind that is, like, just making sure that they're not deviating.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, also there's nudity in this.
Yeah, duh.
Okay.
I can't show the movie because it's copyright. But, like,
yeah,
it's rated R, yeah.
The one thing about replicants that I don't understand in this movie or the last movie is how the fuck people know?
Yeah.
Like, everyone just knows that he's a replicant.
Right, yeah, that is weird.
And I don't know if it's one of those things where it's like with sex offenders, like, you just have to go around telling people that you're a replicant or something. Or, like, it's just social cues. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's one of the only things that kind of confuses me about all this.
I like that he's actually gluing it.
Yeah. I've done that before. You never...
You Jesus.
What, you've never super glued a wound?
No, can't say I have.
Oh. Yeah, my dad used to do it, so I started to do it.
My fucking god.
Hmm? Oh, God. I love this whole movie so much. It's so good.
Reprise Records? She's not real, is she?
She's real. They have to use all Sony music. It's a Sony.
I knew it. She's not fucking real. Ha!
This real enough.
This is depressing.
Steak and fries and a salad?
This is like so sweet, but it also hurts me.
Oh, it's gonna hurt.
Okay, that's fucking cool.
Yeah. She can kind of affect the real world.
This is weird.
It's so cool.
It's so cool and so weird, and I don't know how to feel about it.
She's probably the most interesting, like, concept of a character.
Yeah. Huh.
He hasn't even got to eat yet. I just realized that. He's like, I came home, I got stabbed. I just want to fucking eat.
Is it like a portable?
Yeah. The most interesting dynamic to this relationship is it's a computer program and a robot. What is essentially a robot? I know that replicants aren't actually robots, but that's basically what they are. You know? I also can't hear you if you're talking.
I haven't responded. I'm just stunned by
okay.
this. What the fuck? This is so cool.
She creates a lot of questions about how she works.
Yeah.
But, like, because he's a robot, are his feelings real? He's not supposed to have feelings. And she's a computer program. Like, what does she do?
Yeah.
And then there's this fucking scene.
Oh my god. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because she's like a hologram.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
So there's questions that I have.
Oh, my brain. This is super cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah, that makes sense. For the most part, that makes sense.
It's about to not make sense. Like, oh yeah, the water is phasing through her and making her like... Wait, but she's solid now?
No. It's like detecting that she's in the rain, so it's like mimicking that.
Yeah, see, that's what
It's simulating her in the rain.
It's just like the way she's interacting with it. Like, it makes you kind of think.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's so weird,
dude. If this was real, I wouldn't need to go into the dating world.
No,
like
I would. Oh god, there's. Oh, I don't know if they already showed it or not. They might have, but it only flashes on the screen for a second. Is like, there's literally like a menu, like a drop down menu that you can do.
Yeah.
For Joy, and it was like, brunette, Cuban, brown eyes, slender frame, like all of this stuff, and I'm like,
God.
Huh.
Interesting.
It just made me think of like, what would I choose? What would I choose?
Redhead.
Boobs. That's what I would choose.
This is so weird. Okay, now I'm uncomfortable. I love how awkward this is because it's supposed to be awkward.
Yeah, like he's trying for something that he can't have and doesn't exist, and she's like helping.
Also, I love
like, is
that
she programmed?
I love that it paused.
Oh, hey,
it's so awkward.
Yeah, that is a little.
So does it play?
And he just leaves her there.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's so sad. I'm sorry, those bones? That's a spinal cord.
Yep.
That's a skeleton. I know my anatomy enough.
I think you're just a couple seconds ahead of me because I had to put my closed caption on.
Ah.
I think it's only like seconds. I also forget that hair continues to grow.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah, your hair continues to grow when you're dead.
Gross.
Because it's just dead skin cells.
I feel like there's something else that also continues to grow, but I don't remember what it is.
It might be your fingernails. I don't know.
It might be.
Although, I don't know. Because it's attached to your skin. I guess it's really dependent on how long your
Well, hair is weird because it's like the follicles in your hair. Isn't there like a living organism that like makes hair?
I don't know.
Pretty sure there's something I'm pretty sure there's like a thing in your follicles that like that's what makes hair grow. Like it's a thing that produces hair, like the keratin. But I can't remember off the top of my head.
But he nicked her hip? Damn.
You don't get to use that's our word. You don't get to use our word.
That dude kind of looks like he has the mumps.
Which dude?
Nandez. Like, just because of the way that his cheekbones are very high and his eyes are like very like it
pronounced.
Looks like well, no, his eyes are very like closed. But like it doesn't look natural. It looks like he got stung by bees or something.
And Enhance.
Yeah, there's a lot of these takes.
Enhance. Enhance. Yeah, the technology feels like it all fits well together, but it like anything on a screen just doesn't look right. It's too smooth.
Yeah. Sometimes the CGI in this blends perfect.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't.
I think so far, for what I've seen, the CGI all blends very well together, except for when you're showing something on a screen.
Well, I mean, this is CGI.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And
the rain is.
Yeah. Like it looks fine. I mean, it looks like rain.
It looks
like a lot of rain. It's like, okay, whatever. I mean, like, I don't know. I wouldn't. The fact that it's CG is very interesting because it does look like someone just spraying a hose onto the window.
Yeah. Well,
which is
in
fine.
This scene, it is.
Yeah.
But that other one before.
Yeah. But I mean, doing CGI rain is always difficult.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God, it's so good. Oh, the dialogue is so good. So do you understand what happened between this scene and the last?
What do you mean?
About the bones?
The bones are the bones of a replicant, correct?
Yeah.
Which is weird.
The bones of a replicant that birthed a child.
Ah.
Which is not supposed to be
possible. Which definitely,
possible.
yeah, it shouldn't happen.
And
now he has to go claim the child. Which is awkward, because now you are like, well, if it was born, then it has a soul, and replicants aren't supposed to have a soul. So then it's like, yeah, because that was that whole conversation
and
of like...
also, like, how he feels about killing something with a quote-unquote soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched a God, I love this music.
Yeah, I will. That's something I want to talk about. Like, I like the fact that I can't. By the way, I can't read that font. I did not see what it said in red. I could not read
Wallace
it.
Corporation, Earth Headquarters.
Got it.
Also,
okay.
there's a building right there that says Pan Am.
Uh-huh.
Which is an old company that does not exist anymore, but it did in the 80s.
Whoop. Rip. But yeah, the transitions. I like the fact that the transitions have that like ambient music in it. Because it just makes it so much more interesting versus the original Blade Runner. A lot of transitions were kind of silent, and I'm like, okay, I guess.
I love the original Blade Runner soundtrack. It's really good, and I listen to it when I read sci-fi books. I don't remember any of the scenes that they were in, but I do remember a lot of the music that it was in from these scenes.
Ooh, pleasure models.
Oh.
Don't make it weird.
I'd like to add some pleasure models to multiple.
Ew.
If it's an option.
Also, okay, so that woman's office, like, I don't know what it is about like water reflecting water like that, or like light filtering in through water or something like that. There's something about it I just love. It's so pretty.
Yeah. This is such a weird shot.
You always make sure you have a hard copy. Oof.
I don't know if that was like sarcastic or a joke, or
Yes.
I have no idea.
Absolutely, yes.
I just
Whatever you think it was, yes.
Well, I know it is, but it's like you have to think he's a fucking robot. Yeah. What can he do? I was watching a breakdown on this movie, and the only criticism they really had about this movie was that there's like no tension during some of these scenes. Mm-hmm. Like, he's trying to solve a mystery, right?
Yeah.
So he goes to the place and gets the information he needs and leaves.
And that's it.
And that's it.
Look, sometimes it's just that easy.
He doesn't need to like break in. He doesn't need to like steal the files. It's just like yeah. Can I get some info?
Sometimes sometimes it should just be that easy. Really.
I'm a
you
detective.
have like movies and TV shows. There's always some sort of struggle, some sort of drama. But no, it's like sometimes you go in, you get your info, and like, all right, we're done here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you gotta respect that.
And like, that was people's like criticism, and I'm like, but it's real.
But yeah, it's real. Like, it makes sense. It doesn't always have to be some sort of fight scene or like, oh, we have to sneak into the mainframe. Like, no, sometimes you just ask. Strong. Yeah. Well, I mean, seems like a lot of replicants are pretty strong. So,
I know, it's just like, is she a pleasure model, or is she
pleasure
like
models can't be strong?
A combat.
Can pleasure models just not be strong?
Dangerous?
So?
I feel like it'd be dangerous.
Look,
like,
some people like it. What? Some people might like it rough.
She like short circuits and then just squeezes your dick too hard.
Yeah, but like, what are the chances of that happening?
I don't know. Pretty high. I just forget about this part.
Yes. Oh, I do remember. I remember that scene.
Mm-hmm. She's like, I'm not a lesbian. I'm bi. See, you say you were difficult to spot then. You're still fucking difficult to spot because I can't tell the difference. How do other people tell the difference? I also love his jacket.
Okay, I was literally just thinking that.
It looks so comfortable.
It looks so nice. It's not like overly woolly. Like, no. It's got the padding in like the correct places. It looks like
places, it's got good weight on it.
Yeah, like good weight. But it's not
bulky.
Yeah, not super bulky. Not too warm, not too cool. Like, it's the perfect all-season jacket or all-season coat.
And of course, it's just like, fucking Harrison Ford had one in the first movie, so he's got to have one in this movie. I'm a detective. I gotta have a leather jacket.
Oh, this is the dude! This is the dude! Oh, dude! Oh my god.
What game is that? I don't recognize that.
What game where?
The board game on the table.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I'm looking for other things now that
I'm too captivated by that. This is literally this is the guy.
Sanders.
This is the fucking guy. Don't be mean to the guy. I don't remember his name.
I don't either.
Literally, like, I didn't recognize him at first, and then I just looked down at his hands, and like he's fiddling with something, and I'm like, I know exactly who this dude is.
It's the origami.
Yes.
Yeah, that board
God.
game. I don't know what it is.
I still didn't.
It's not
see
checkers.
It. Backgammon?
No, it wasn't backgammon.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
It might have just been like we're gonna create a new board game for this.
Yeah, it's just a future board game, whatever.
Emily was saying that this room makes no goddamn sense. I'm just gonna.
Does the room have to make sense?
Like, I mean, it's cool.
It's cool. Does
just
I mean, does it have to make sense?
Like
honestly,
it would drive you insane. The acoustics are like super weird.
But like, if you're rich, are you gonna care?
No.
Like,
also, he's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And it's Jared Leto. I hate Jared Leto so much.
Oh, is that his name?
Yep.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, this is the guy that was the Joker that one time.
No, I'm thinking of Heath Ledger, aren't I?
You're thinking of Heath. No, this is the guy who was the Suicide Squad's Joker.
Right.
Yeah, that
Right.
one.
Didn't Jared Leto, isn't he, wasn't his likeness taken for the, Far Cry 5 villain?
That's Giancarlo Esposito.
No, that's 6.
Oh, no, that's 6.
5 was the pastor
know.
dude, right?
I don't know. He's also a part of... Well, he's the lead singer of 30 Seconds to Mars.
Jared Leto?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Him and his brother are 30 Seconds to Mars.
Oh, that's legit. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And he's gonna be Morbius. I don't think that movie looks good at all. This is a really weird scene.
Really?
I don't understand the tears.
It's the miracle of childbirth. It's a beautiful thing.
I never thought about that. Oh, this is just very strange.
I don't like this. I don't
What,
like
the
this.
slow-moving orbs of doom? I don't know what they are. She's fine.
Hello?
It's like a fish floating up to you. It's like, what's up?
Oh, there's the nudity.
Yep, there it is. Oh, yeah, and humans live on other planets now.
Huh.
Which has, like, next to no bearing on the story. Also, it's observing her, and there's still one in the background.
Mm.
It's so weird.
Look, sometimes you don't need them all.
I don't like this.
Oh. Oh.
Yep.
Okay. I wonder what was like the direction for this scene. Like, how was this scene directed?
The scene was directed of, hey, Jared Leto, I'm paying you way too much money to be a fucking creep. Do whatever you want, I guess. He's just a creep. Oh, God.
Ugh. So he wants the child, and Kay is going to collect the child.
Yes.
Now the question is he collecting the child for Wallace or...
No.
Okay.
He is collecting and eliminating the child.
Okay.
Because the commissioner, whatever...
Because it's an affront on God.
Captain doesn't want anybody to know that there is a born replicant, that it would, like, destroy the world.
Yeah, because that would be really awkward if people found out that, hey, replicants can make children.
Yeah,
the robots that you thought didn't
killing and enslaving people.
Essentially, again.
You know, like all the other times we did it. It's okay because they're not human. Oh, shit. We made humans again.
Fuck.
See, my question is, why didn't they just make fucking robots? Like, actual robots. Why did they have to make them human?
Because robots are scary and intimidating. What are you gonna trust? What are you gonna trust? A fucking blocky, super fancy blocky T1 calculator, or fucking these kind ladies?
I wouldn't trust these ladies because they are so human. Like, you know that they're still programmed to a certain degree, but they're humans, so it's like, what's going on? Also, would you go to a sex club like that?
Maybe. I don't know.
Where you're just having sex with a lady, but, like, you can hear everything?
You can hear everything. I would just bring earplugs. Nice.
I like her character. She's really cool. She's just like, oh, you're just a dude.
She's just chill.
She's like a normal person. And he's trying so hard to be like, get away from me. I also like her, like, oh, you don't like real girls. You're not real either. Technically. So, we're 46 minutes into this movie.
Yep.
And the only tension that there is that we know that there is a replicant child.
Yeah.
That's it. Like... And he's trying to solve that mystery, and it's really cool, but this is a part of that, like... slow burn that people are talking about, like not a lot happens.
Yeah.
But I'm actually interested in what's happening.
It's captivating.
You're like, okay, well, what's his next step? As opposed to the last movie where you're like, I don't understand how he got here.
It's like, it's a slow burn, but it's like, but where's it going, though?
Yeah. The mystery is actually apparent to you, and you get to see every step of that instead of, okay, now we're going here. I also just didn't like the replicant characters in the last movie as much.
I mean, they really, in the last movie, they just kind of felt like terrorists.
Yeah.
Well, like, not terrorists. Terrorists is kind of, that's a bit extreme. But, like, they didn't really have a whole lot of, like, extremists. Like, they just didn't have, like, a goal. Like,
yeah. They didn't. They really didn't. Like, I honestly don't know what they were doing. Hold on. Disconnecting from the main internet? Okay. Oh. My internet might drop in a minute.
Okay. Do you want to pause real quick, or? Oh, I think his internet just crashed.
No.
Oh.
I'm here. I'm kind of debating. We'll see. I'll keep track of my time stamp. Maybe it's just the Wi-Fi. Oh shit, that was loud. Is it raining pretty hard outside?
Oh, June 10th. Just 49, so...
It's 28 years old?
28, 29. Depending on what month it is.
Yeah. They don't tell you.
Right, yeah. Wow.
God, that sucks.
Jesus.
Like, that's not even a fast death.
No, that was brutal.
I'm assuming it broke his neck. I get why she's like all frantic and stuff, but it's like he's the one doing all the work.
Like, I don't know why she's getting mad at him.
You want answers?
Like,
you want answers, but you're like being super aggressive about it.
Like, okay, I'm
I
sorry.
also don't like your slender skirt. How under him, her, is he? don't like her flirtatiousness. I really don't like it.
She's just trying to calm down. Just trying to chill out. Run, dirty little street urchin. Run.
It's very Oliver Twisty. Throw the horse into the fire.
Right.
It was a convenient little cloth.
Oh, yeah, it was like she just found a cloth. Those kids are just jealous that he had hair.
Yeah, right? We all look like Lex Luthor.
Don't make it weird. It's fine.
She made it weird. She's trying to fuck him.
Nah, she's just feeling bad because she yelled at him, and now she's just like, you know what? I'm gonna chill out, and now you're making it weird.
She literally propositioned him. And then she was mean to him. You spurred my affections, get back to work. Wait, why is there so much blood? What the fuck?
Probably the woman getting into the building.
Hmm. For them, this is considered old technology.
But it fits so much better, though.
No, it does.
Like, it fits
I think this is
literally
really cool.
so much better.
His side profile is not good.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah, and one of his eyes is lower than the other. Would that affect his ability to see, considering she's ahead of his vision?
That's a good question. I don't know.
He's just like, God damn it.
I was wondering about that, though. Like, I saw the stick on the desk, and I'm like, so is he, like, saving it to a flat? Like, is that function as, like, a flash drive, or is she there?
It's basically a portable...
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just, like, this is just, like, a weird version of She.
I haven't seen that.
Neither have I, but all I know is that, like, it's Joaquin Phoenix and...
Scarlett Johansson.
In Scarlett Johansson in a freaking AI. Ooh.
It's a coincidence. That's all it is.
Oh. What a shame.
Oh. I love that like transition.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's so cool.
That's what I'm gonna start calling myself now. I am woman-born.
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 I'm not dragon.
Yeah, it's like I don't need to be dragon-born. I'm woman-born.
He's like, I had to go find a kid, and then kill the kid. Fuck, I'm the kid. Fuck, it's me.
Twins. Isn't that what twins are?
They're not identical.
No.
You don't have, because it, especially fraternal twins.
Oh,
because
yeah.
literally one
right.
is a girl and one is a boy.
Right, yeah.
I like the, God, this is such a good song.
It's good.
I love the way he talks to her. Like, he still asks her, like, hey, do you want to go for a ride? Like, fucking, she's not gonna go anywhere else, but, like, it's still cool.
It
makes her seem real.
Yeah, it's very, God, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it's very intimate.
It is. Like, a person who isn't supposed to have feelings and a computer program have, like, a better relationship than he does with any human.
Yeah.
That's so
Greater
strange.
Los Angeles. God, I hate it.
Looks like shit. Hey, it is LA. So I don't know if you read that. It said Los Angeles municipal waste.
Oh, okay.
San Diego.
Oof. That's so mean.
So
San Diego's such a nice city.
All of San Diego is just a dump.
That
literally.
Feels so bad. San Diego's so nice.
Yeah, that is unrealistic to me that LA would be the city left standing.
Yeah.
LA is the first city, like major city in California to fall. I don't think it would be San Diego.
Oh, that's not good.
Well, that's nothing happened. Those are warning flares. Just like, hey, don't. This is my house. All of this is my house.
You're not allowed
this
to be
is my
here.
dump. I am the king of the dump.
No, are you the dump king?
Dump king. Okay, that's not good.
Well,
also, it's really cool.
That's actually so awesome.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie. That was actually so fucking cool.
Right?
And like it does make sense though.
It makes sense.
It makes complete and utter sense. I'm like, that's so cool.
You get an electrical charge from the sky and it shorts out the fucking.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah, you use the kite as a lightning rod, which is literally how lightning was discovered.
Mm-hmm. Well, how electricity was discovered.
Yeah.
Man, I don't like to credit that to Ben Franklin. Because that fucking sucks, because he's a terrible person. He's very influential and very important to the US, but he was kind of a shitty guy. Oh, right. And it's a Puget car. Ah, this is so cool. I love the effect that they give her. It's so awesome.
Hello. Excuse me, sirs.
I'm taking a nap. God.
Oh, hi.
Oh man, that's my car.
At least they can't take your tires.
The question is, did he open the door?
Oh! I think so.
Oh God. Oh,
Holy
that's so hard to watch.
Shit. Wow.
Dude, he's efficient and I love it.
Yeah.
That man is dead.
I think I'm pretty sure he killed what, like 2-3 people?
Yeah. It's just specifically the man and his back. He is dead.
Yeah, the one that like he broke his spine.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that man literally died in an instant.
Oh God, that was loud.
Ooh. Dude, hearing the crack was like, oh, I didn't like that. I like that she's just getting a manicure.
Yeah, she's just getting her nails done.
Those are cool nails.
Yeah, are they like...
So like little LEDs.
Titanium? Like, is he shining them? Or, like, buffing them?
No, because they're like little, like, it looks like they're like pixel light shows.
Huh.
Like, you know how like when you have lights, how light shows work? Like you have like the spinning. You ever seen those rods with LEDs at the end of them? They spin, and then like so they spin around so fast that like the lights flash and they make like letters and stuff like that.
Mm-mm.
You've never seen those?
Mm-mm.
Oh my god, I have to like now find these and now I have to send them to you.
I like the design of his gun, too. I know that's, like, the least important thing in the scene. I like that it's bulky.
Yeah.
It makes me think of just crazy, futuristic guns that you see in a lot of, like, shooters and stuff. You're like, this makes no sense, but it's cool. I also like that it's not a laser gun. It shoots bullets, but it shoots really big bullets. Oh, yeah, this was also a part of that, like, things just take a long time to do anything. In the script for this specific scene, it's Kay walks up a pile of garbage and views a satellite. But it's this whole take and scene was like a minute long or 30 seconds long.
Jesus.
So what is like 2 lines on a page, they're gonna extend out so you get like the whole breadth of what he's experiencing, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, but these I put it in the link up. You've never seen these before? It's literally like a rod that has LEDs on one end of it, and it spins really fast. And then because of the blur of the LEDs, they will flash, and then they make letters, and you can make messages out of them.
That's cool.
Dude, these are like the coolest toys as a kid.
No, never saw it.
Oh my god, these are so fucking cool. These things are so fucking dope.
Goes back to the Oliver Twist shit here. Reset the whole thing. Yeah, these are the that's supposed to be the extension.
I find it ironic that the dude's name is Mr. Cotton.
God damn it.
Well,
Let me pause really quick.
okay.
I'm gonna reset my internet really fast.
Okay. That actually works out because I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick then.
Okay,
So
cool.
we'll take a couple minutes and we'll reconvene.
Hello. I don't know if he's back yet. This bag of York peppermint patties, I think would set off some people. Come here. They all just say snowflake on them. I don't know why. I thought the difference in color. Oh, they are.
I mean, they're kind of like Star of David, but sure, snowflake.
That's not a snowflake. What the fuck? That's hilarious. Don't you need to have like a blood test? Could I do other things in a tube?
What are you?
It just doesn't. Yeah. Just stick it on top. That is not a snowflake.
Don't need. Okay. Get that from easier fluids.
What if you have is in your
We
mouth?
analyze it.
What if you have two kinds of DNA in your mouth? Hey, buddies. They're just super confused. Well, you have a bunch of family trees inside of you. You might be related to Stalin. Oh. Rough. Yeah, just like Andy Bernard is related to Michelle Obama.
All right.
Hello.
I am back.
Okay.
I'm assuming everything's all good on your end.
Yep.
Okay, give me just a second.
Is your timestamp?
What did you say?
Because I am at 108 exactly. I just want to, because I was a little
at
ahead
108.7.
All right, just roll it back to 108.
Okay.
And before we continue, I bought a package of York peppermint patties.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have a problem with candy.
Okay.
I was like, this seems like the perfect time to open them up. And at first, when I opened them, I thought they were a little patronizing because each package just says snowflake on it. And I was like, wow, thanks Thanks, York. Just trying to tell me how much of a beta cuck I am. I get it. It's cool. But then you open them up, and Emily noticed this. They're shaped like stars, not snowflakes, but they're shaped like a 6-pointed star,
which could also be a snowflake.
Or the Star of David.
David, yeah.
Which is, it's Christmas themed, so it seems a little off.
Hanukkah, it's fine. Holidays. But you're supposed to say happy
there's
holidays
like actual
instead.
Christmas trees. So it just seems a little disingenuous and also a little weird.
Oof.
Anyway, I just thought I'd share that.
All right.
Okay.
I'll count us down.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm gonna take out my gun, and then I'm gonna punch you in the face. That is such a good threat.
Wow.
You're either gonna tell me what I want to know, or I'm gonna dissect your brain. This is familiar. Yeah, Mr. Cotton was not a good name.
Yeah. It really wasn't. It really wasn't.
I do think that they're just trying to use the Oliver Twist thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is a very like Dickensian name, and he is a very Dickensian character.
Mm-hmm.
But they could have gone with something better.
Yeah. It's just I just find it incredibly ironic.
Oh my god, even his outfit is Dickensian. What the hell? He looks like he's from, like, 1800s London.
Yeah. Wow.
Now, is that sweat or is that gel?
Is that what?
I said, is that sweat or is that gel?
Probably. It's probably supposed to be rain, right?
It wasn't raining.
Yeah, it was
foggy,
misty.
It was raining,
Yeah.
but it wasn't raining while he was outside.
I mean, it might have been like misting.
Yeah. Such a cool gun. And I don't like guns. Well, I like futuristic guns.
It reminds me of a gun that you'd see in Borderlands.
Yeah. Or a Destiny 2 hand cannon.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the Austringer with like how the Ikelos weapons have that like angular the angular
It reminds
barrels
me
and
of
stuff.
like it reminds me of a Borderlands gun because of there are some guns that have like the double barrel pistols and then they'll flip to when you like auto fire them.
case you didn't know, there's a Grim tune playing.
That is one of the things I like about subtitles, is that they're so descriptive for things.
That's really good. Like, I appreciate that, because when you really think about it, it's
Oh, the haunting tune is picking up.
It is for, you know,
yeah,
the hearing impaired and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, that is really important. Although, at the same time, like, for somebody who is actually deaf and has never heard, like, song, saying a haunting tune doesn't...
It's
I
hard,
don't know
it's like...
how much that does for you.
Yeah, I would be curious to ask someone like that. It's like, when you hear those certain descriptors, like, what do you imagine?
Yeah. You're just like, huh.
Yeah. It actually reminds me of, I remember in health class back in middle school, I asked my teacher, like, how do you hear colors? Because it was just a concept that I didn't understand.
Like with synesthesia and stuff?
Well, not even just with synesthesia, like, people, like, on drugs, you always, like, they stereotypically be like, I can see time, or like, I can hear, I can hear colors and see sounds. And, like, as, like, a 14-year-old kid, like, that was just a weird concept that I just didn't understand.
There's, I can't remember, I think it was a TikTok that Emily sent me. This is fucking intense.
I'm waiting for him to get ambushed.
What, by all the little kids, and they just start kicking the shit out of them like before? There's the horse!
No, but now I want it.
Like, no one grew up.
We found it!
Well, I mean, and they would still technically be kids, because... Oh, no, they wouldn't.
No, they wouldn't.
He's a kid, and he grew up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. He's not a replicant. Like, look at this long take. You just see all of this emotion in him. Like, yeah, it's long, but, like, it's so good. He's, like, breaking down slowly.
Yeah. Like, it's important,
Love
but
that.
I can see why some people would argue that it is a little too long. But it is...
There were just a lot of subtle emotions in there.
Yeah.
It
like,
has to.
I can definitely see, like, people arguing, like, oh, man, it's so long, but it has to be this long.
Mm-hmm. Like, every time that he makes a subtle movement or, like, notices something off to the side, and it doesn't immediately show, you're like, what is that?
Yeah.
It builds tension. I hate this part. Joe is a terrible name. I'm sorry.
It's so basic.
I like Kay.
Kay
is cool. Kay is a good name.
Yeah.
Joe is just like...
Joe is so boring.
You need a more original name, Joe. It's like Dan Smith. Like, what?
Dan Smith.
Like, who programs a computer to cry?
Yeah.
Can she cry? Does she have feeling?
I think Joy is probably my favorite character in this movie.
Oh, she's so good.
Like, she's actually so good. That's uncomfortable, and I don't like that. That makes me uncomfortable.
Oh, this is such a good scene. This is probably the best scene in the whole movie.
Holy shit.
It's such a good scene, and nothing happens.
Oh. It's so weird. Like the hologram thing was already like, oh, that's weird. And then the fact that she's in... Oh, that's so... Like, that was actually just jarring.
Oh, you didn't notice the glass at first?
No, I didn't notice the glass at first at all.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you really don't see it from this angle.
Yeah. It wasn't until like she got closer and I could see the reflection. And I was like, is that glass?
She said filled with everything to make her happy. There's a bed.
And what?
That's it.
What, you don't get happy when you're going to bed?
There's no books, there's nothing.
Dude, I don't know about you. I'm pretty jazzed when I'm going to sleep. Also, she could just hologram her a library and read holographic books, so I feel like she doesn't really need that.
That's, I guess, a good point, but her holograms are very specific. Like, she's creating memories. So, like, would she be able to create a memory of a book she hasn't written or read?
I mean, you could probably just, like, scan the book. Also, do you remember what every book you've ever read said?
Verbatim? No.
Exactly. Yeah. You just get an approximation.
But then are you reading the book?
Okay. I am not inebriated enough to have these conversations. And it's also way too early in the night to have these conversations.
Not that it's a bad thing. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
Well, so that was Chinese on the cake. That is a very white blonde girl.
And? Have you watched?
It's just interesting.
Have you watched Firefly?
Yes, I have. Firefly is amazing. I didn't know they were in the same universe. I'm just thinking, is this the Asian girl's birthday? And the white girl just comes up and is like, my birthday, bitch!
Plot twist, it actually is the Asian girl's birthday, and the white girl's just, she's using her white supremacy. Her white privilege.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. No, this is my cake. I take this wish in the name of America. We're missing important story. She is one of the few people that create the implanted memories in replicants.
Yep, I got that.
Yeah.
Another reason why I like subtitles is I can read and then listen to other things.
Right. Yeah, you don't actually need to hear what she's saying.
Yeah, I just need to know. I just need to know what she's saying.
I'm gonna shut up now because this is like my favorite scene in the movie. And nothing happens. It's just a really long shot of Ryan Gosling staring at nothing.
She looks perturbed. Is that it?
He just busts her chair and leaves. What an asshole. It's so good. Like they don't need to show you the memory again. You know what it is. And I like that. It's like not showing us Uncle Ben dying for the 80 bajillionth time. We know what it is. And there's people out there that's like, well, what did she see? It's like you know what she saw. You know, like not that this is a movie for like intellectual people, but it is for people who are willing to forego exposition for like trying to understand a good story. I don't like her hair. I don't like that slicked back look on almost anybody.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's supposed to be, like, no nonsense, no sex appeal, only business.
I want that car.
I also want that car.
It's a cool fucking car. It looks uncomfortably shit, but it's cool.
I don't like how he wears the coat like that.
What, like Itachi? That's cool as fuck.
But like with Itachi, there was space between his head. This is literally.
I mean, but
just
that's
like,
incredibly unrealistic because it was supposed to be like fabric.
I mean, yeah,
and fabric wouldn't hold like that.
Yeah.
Like this actually makes sense because it is so tight. What kind of dress is that?
Chinese tea dress.
Tea dress, okay.
At least I think that's what they're called. I don't actually know.
She just
opened the door.
Into his house?
I mean, it may not have been locked.
It seems dangerous.
Eh.
It's only a little real.
Joy quickly realizing this was a mistake.
Uh-oh. Shit, he actually wants to bang her. This is
Ah!
cool.
Ah!
Another question. Would you bang a lady computer program thing?
I like that you have the really, really subtle shift between the two of them.
Yeah, it just because of the face shape difference between the two girls. Whenever the real girl kind of like her name is Mariette, whenever she is like pushed forward a little bit, it makes Joy's jaw look very masculine. Like it fits Mariette, but it doesn't fit Joy. So it just has like this this very male chin and jawline on her. I'm just like,
this is weird.
Oh, okay.
So I want to make sure that I understand not what happening here, but what happened previously. So we know that he's not a replicant actually.
Yeah. He is.
Well, he is, but he's the kid that he was supposed to find.
Yeah.
So is she not no. Is Mariette? Yeah, like she's awake. She's conscious through this.
Yeah, she's doing all of this. It's basically she's doing everything,
and then Joy is mimicking it,
reacting. Yeah,
right, reacting and mimicking,
but also doing her own thing.
Yeah,
that's why it's not completely the same.
Right? Yeah,
it's really cool effect.
It's really cool. I'm like a little uncomfortable by it, but at the same time, I'm like, this is so hot.
This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool.
Oh, it's
like that's 2 sets of everything there. You get double the fun.
It's so mind-boggling because, like, you see the arms, and so obviously you know that one pair is Mariette's, the one pair is Joy's, but, like, they're so similar that, like, you don't know exactly which one's which, but you have to really look at it. It's so weird.
Like, and for this specific scene, are they only recording one person, or did both girls do the same take in the same...
I might have to,
and do they have exactly the same frame like that? Or did they just pick and choose, like, oh, they fit well enough here, so we're only going to use her face for this, like...
Yeah, I think Quarter Digital did a video reacting to Blade Runner 2049 scenes, and I want to say they talked about that scene briefly, but I don't quite remember. I have to go back and look.
Why does her hair always look wet? Not like greasy, it looks wet.
Yeah. It's damaged.
Those are cool boots.
Mm.
Can a replicant get cancer? Like, he smokes. And he has, like, ashtrays everywhere.
I mean, like, I feel like you could just like replace stuff, because even the police chief woman's like, I'm not paying for that, because when he got stabbed.
Yeah. I don't know if that's really inside of her.
Yeah, if anything, wouldn't she have been
She was
inside...
superimposed over you.
Yeah, if anything, wouldn't Joy have been inside of her, technically?
Yeah. Well, and they weren't, like, connected in any way.
Yeah.
I get what she was going for, but
Yeah.
see, it's so real. Like, that's a real relation. It's that's how you create a romantic dynamic
Not
of characters that actually care about each other.
What happened in Blade Runner? Blade Runner was weird.
You're gonna love me.
OG Blade Runner was weird.
They probably were like, all right, so we want to do another love story, but we don't want to be creepy about it. It's still gonna be weird, but it's not gonna be like sexually aggressive.
God, could have picked any other name besides Joe.
Joe is so bad. She was just constantly monitoring him. Only through that? That seems weird. They're in a technological age where there's screens everywhere, and you were only monitoring the little device, not, like, him on a camera. You would think that, like, the replicants would be constantly monitored with cameras.
Yeah.
Considering how often they're, like, so scrutinized.
Chernobyl?
Nope.
New York?
Nope. Oh, I never noticed that tattoo on his face.
On whose face?
Doc Badger's. It's very subtle. It's just a stripe across his face. It's kind of nice being able to look at other things than what you're expected to. Oh, that's the old police car? Hover car?
Oh, is this the old city from the original movie?
Nope. They were in LA in the original.
Oh.
I think it tells you. If it doesn't, I know where it is. It didn't stop.
It's not
It kept going.
It keeps going.
There's some interesting Statues.
Okay.
I also like the color shift. That's
rude.
Okay. Yeah, like I like the dark. She creeps me out.
I feel
It's
like
mostly like the words that she uses.
Yeah. It's her demeanor and then like and like the terseness of her speech.
Well, the vocabulary is very like not juvenile. It's very like a parent talking to their kid.
Dominant.
Yeah. Ouch.
Or adult-ish.
Like calling him a good boy.
Yeah.
And it's strange.
Real dommy mommy vibes, but not in the good way.
Yeah, not a good way. I don't get why she cries.
I feel like she cries because like she knows what she's doing is wrong, but like she has to do it. It's like the one part of her that actually has a soul.
Yeah. This scene bothers me because she just died for no reason.
Yeah.
She's like, I hid it from you. No,
but
no.
like
she got it.
Literally
in like 2
just
seconds.
found her. Yeah, it's just like he just found her. Like feels bad.
This is a really cool shot. Again, nothing happens. It's just cool.
It's just cool.
Guy walking in the desert. Oh yeah, I don't think it outright tells you where it is. It's just you're supposed to figure it out through the context clues of the scenery.
Be honest, these context clues not ringing any bells.
They'll get there.
Is it the the original headquarters of the replicants where they made them?
No.
No.
This is not in LA.
Oh, were the original replicant headquarters in LA?
I think the whole movie was in LA.
Oh, really? I thought it was somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Bees.
Oh, good to know that the bees are still alive. That's good.
These are the only bees in the world. And we keep them in a radioactive environment.
Oh god. What's worse than a wasp? A radioactive wasp. What do they do for food? What do they do?
I don't
pollinate
know.
Anything?
Like, what are they pollinating? Yeah.
Do they make honey? They have to make honey. That's how they eat. I guess maybe they just feed on the radiation.
Oh boy, that's not stressful.
Okay.
I'm just gonna leave my
Yeah,
hand
just gonna.
in
All right.
the beehive.
Yep. Look, he's a replicant. It's fine. Is this in America?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck, this looks like a train station, but the only train station I know is, I'm pretty sure, in New York.
It's not. There was a name on the doormat.
Okay, well,
Again, I was
that's
looking.
not helpful.
The location doesn't necessarily matter.
I mean, no, it doesn't.
But I'm wondering if it'll be enough for you to figure it out.
I mean, so far it's not, because like, this looks like a train station or some sort of bureaucratic office.
Yeah, the atrium isn't really
Vegas?
telling. Yeah, it's Vegas.
Ah! Okay.
So a bomb went off in Vegas.
Ah.
And I think it was a war between China, Korea, and the US.
Hmm. I think I know who won.
I don't think anyone won, considering almost all life on Earth was killed, except for humans.
Hey, those bees made it.
Or they're grown.
Yeah.
Oh. Hi, Pupper.
I did not even see that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I thought that was... Man, he walks like an 80-year-old man. Yeah?
A little bit. Ow.
Good boy.
Yeah.
Is that blood? Or
No, I think
is
it's
that
dust.
just the dust?
Yeah, I think it's dust.
Yikes.
Ooh. I think he knows where I am. Shit.
This part is very
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah. If you're photosensitive, this is not a good scene.
Yeah, this is gonna suck. Even if you aren't photosensitive, this is still gonna suck.
This is really cool, although it's not something we don't already do.
Yeah.
I think it would be cooler if the US did concerts like this.
Yeah.
But we don't.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things where it's like it's slowly starting to like gain traction and whatnot, but
yeah,
we're still a little ways off.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, hold on.
What's wrong?
My internet crashed.
Ah.
My internet's been really bad lately.
That's really odd.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Considering the fact that it's because the way that your internet is much better than my internet.
Page. Okay. I'm at 149.18.
Just 149 even, or
149.18.
149.18. All right, I'm at 149.26, so I'll back up a little bit. You said 18?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Count it down.
3, 2, 1, go.
It just like froze, and I was like, I don't remember this being a part of the movie. He just took the punch. I don't believe for a second that Harrison Ford would be able to beat Ryan Gosling in a fight. Okay, that is becoming very apparent. Oh, I love this song. I'm gonna stop punching you now. Elvis made everything better. It's like, I don't want to get punched anymore.
There you go.
That's a cool little bar.
Yeah.
He got really sweaty.
Well, look, they were fucking duking it out. And he's old. That's not healthy for the dog. In multiple ways.
I think that's the idea, is like, does it really matter? He really looks like he wants to fucking kill him.
I like that, like, they were duking it out, and then they're just like, you know what? It's not worth it.
I don't like Joe.
God.
Again?
Are you my dad?
Dad?
How are you not dead in a city full of radiation?
Replicant.
He's not a replicant, though.
I'm wondering how consensual the baby making was. That's fucked up.
Yeah. Deckard had to go hunt replicants and then never came back.
That is a terrible lesson.
Yeah.
Like, I get it in this specific instance,
But, like...
but it only has meaning in this context. Like, how long that take or that shot was just like, and now I'm going to respond.
No, listen, you're gonna
That's
take
his last quarter.
3 beats. Dude,
Oh, hey, I don't know if you knew this, but that's a Sony machine.
Is it really?
Yeah, it has a little Sony logo on it.
God damn it.
Yeah, you can see it.
I'm not gonna lie. What a, like, out of, like, for, like, old-timey, I mean, not old-timey, but, like, antique things.
Set him up, Joe.
I love jukeboxes.
Oh yeah, they're awesome.
Like, jukeboxes
and
are
this is
so
a really
fucking
cool idea. Like, you get to see them.
Yeah.
Oh shit. God, that hairstyle is awful.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the future, man. Pompadours are so in.
Time is just cyclical. We've come back around. What's old is new, and what's new is retro.
That's an interesting jacket. Look at the boy.
Hello. Yo. Look at him trying. No.
I have no idea what kind of breed that is.
Say that again?
I have no idea what kind of breed that is.
Could just be like some sort of mix. Oh no, the dog!
I knew that was gonna be your reaction.
Oh no!
He's there.
Yeah! But like, is it worth it though?
Just saying, would you rescue Harrison Ford or would you rescue the dog? It's the dog.
The dog.
I would totally rescue the dog.
The moment you showed me the dog, I literally could not care less on Harrison Ford or Ryan Gosling.
Oh man, space dad. No, dog.
No.
Is the dog even real? Doesn't matter. It's
Doesn't matter. It's a dog. Literally, who cares?
Yikes.
Oof.
Holy shit.
Oh. Whoo.
Ah.
So close. Almost.
I love how efficient he is.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't generally take more moves than he needs to.
I mean, he doesn't
like
have
excessive
to.
movements.
So they.
Yeah, that happened.
Yep.
Doggo
Okay,
was
dog's
fine.
fine. Hey.
Yeah, but Joy's gone.
Who cares?
Yeah, but it's the dog.
Yeah, but who cares?
Also, so those humans were wearing masks.
Yes.
And so my interpretation is that that dog is not real.
Yeah, that makes
He's
sense.
probably a replicant dog.
Yeah. Dog's also drinking whiskey, so that probably really gives it away that the dog's not real.
I mean, I've seen people give alcohol to their dogs.
I mean, yeah, but
not that that was a good thing.
It feels like this is a regular thing, so.
Pretty sure if he was laying there bleeding out that long, he would have been dead.
I mean, it may have stopped somehow.
And I'm gonna clean him up.
With
gonna,
what?
Like, put him next to a fire.
Clean him up with what?
Bake all of the blood and grime onto his face.
Look. You don't know what supplies they have.
Why does everyone in this movie look like they're crying?
Because it's sad. So you see this future? It's fucking bleak, man.
I mean, I definitely believe that.
Also,
if a nuke was
that's a fucking dope
anywhere,
transition.
Yeah, no,
that's a
dope
sweet ass transition.
That's a good transition too. I don't even care.
Wow.
Unapologetic.
No sense for the art.
Oh, this is a pretty scene. Oh, hey.
Ass.
Ass. Titties. Ass.
Ass. Titties. See, they cleaned him up eventually. They had to transport him first.
Thanks. Giant hole in my shirt, but thanks. I can't tell if there's like a thing between them.
Yeah.
Or if it's just like he's only reacting because it's like, oh man, you were my girlfriend for a second. Rough. I don't know if that's the case.
Yeah, that's like...
I think that means you're on equal footing.
Yeah, like, you're human. It makes sense.
I guess the idea behind that statement is, like, humans are no longer humans.
I mean,
so
I guess... Like, I get it. It's, like...
It's symbolic.
Yeah. Because if you were human, you wouldn't, obviously, like, enslave things that look like humans.
Yeah.
Also, like, okay. This... I get where this is going. Like, I totally get it. I don't know how I feel about it, though. like, the narrative feels so... It's oddly out of like it feels so oddly out of left field.
Oh, this like there's a revolution.
Like yeah, you're essentially the chosen one. And I'm just like, okay.
Wait.
Ah, I knew it. They were twins.
Nope.
You mean I'm not the chosen one? What? Wow, what a fucking loser.
Yeah, this is like super patronizing. This is giving me kind of Matrix vibes.
A little bit.
Because they kind of did something similar with Neo. Oh, you thought it was you? Well, it's not you until it is you. Yeah. Neo wasn't the one until he died, and then he's like, nah, I'm the one. They told you who it was the whole time.
It's love, isn't it, right?
No, it's the...
it's the girl in the hall. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like... the bubble girl, yeah.
It's really interesting.
Joke.
It wasn't even that they told you who it was in the scene where they showed the girl. They told you who it was when he went to go for the records.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's the girl. It's the girl with the degenerative disease.
Yeah.
Like, he figured it out like 45 minutes into the movie. He was just like, nah, it's me.
I was wondering, I was like, she's getting real emotional, and I don't get why.
Find it. I want to know how you jizz. That's all he cares about. That's really fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is the skull of your girlfriend. It's also a weird, like, sci-fi villain thing. Is, like, they assume they'll be able to figure everything out if they get this one thing. It's like, well, what if you don't, though?
Yeah.
Man, he sounds so different.
So young.
He was like in his 40s.
That's pretty young. He's how old now?
Actually, he might have been like 35.
Like
I think he's like 82.
Dude, yeah, that's pretty young comparatively. That's half his age. Harrison Ford's 79.
Oh, damn. Oh, man.
Yeah. Dude's old, man.
Hey, she back.
This scene.
I don't know if that was a deep fake or what that was, or if it was like archive footage.
Yeah, I definitely know that Corridor Digital definitely dissected that scene of like her in this movie.
I don't really like this implication. That, like, that his whole purpose was to create life, but then he lived, like, this entire life beforehand. I don't think it really matters. I just don't like that it kind of undercuts the last movie in that way.
Yeah.
I can't tell if he's blind. Or he has, like, cybernetic eyes.
I would say
he's never focused on anything.
Yeah, I would say that he's blind. And then, because I think it's the cameras that help him see. He connects them, like, through the little chip in his neck.
That's not Joy. That seems dangerous.
A little bit. How dare you stand where she stood?
It's the worst haircut.
Yeah, but it's, like, actually so sexy, though.
It's not.
I mean, it's pretty sexy.
Yeah, that's a deep fake. It's a really good deep fake.
Yeah. Boom, roasted.
I like. He's like, fuck.
Oh my god.
He's like, shit, I was bluffing.
Oh my god. Jesus. my virtual girlfriend is dead.
I wouldn't be upset if this happened.
Jesus. No one gets to call me that.
Man, that would suck. Like, you would just see your girlfriend everywhere.
Yeah.
This gives me some Batman Beyond vibes.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, it is weird that they have, like, that the plot now goes to this whole, like, this robo revolution type deal, but like I get it, because it's one of those things where it's like, where else is it gonna go?
Yeah, it's not what you think it is.
Yeah,
that's all I'll say. The robo revolution really doesn't matter. Which is nice.
Yeah. Whee. They're in the air, right?
Yes.
Okay. Like, the barrel confused me. I thought they were, like, in a tunnel for a second there.
Oh, no.
Well.
His little dude sacrificed himself. I didn't know he had a gun on that thing.
Yeah, I was like, his car has a gun? Wait a second. But wait, no, didn't his car get blown up?
No.
Oh, was that Deckard's car?
That was Deckard's car.
Okay.
That was his OG car from the first movie. Nice landing.
Right?
Wait, there are two pilots.
Yes.
Is one of them dead? Oh, yeah, there's blood. What the fuck?
Well, I mean, he may have died from the impact.
No, there's bullet holes.
Oh.
I just didn't notice that.
I didn't even realize that they got shot. Like, I know, obviously, Kay was shooting them, but I didn't realize that, like, they actually got shot.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit. Efficiency.
Deckard's like, fucking
God damn it. Way too old for this shit. Cool. Still cuffed. Okay.
Okay. Not that I don't have respect for, yeah, I was gonna say, kicks are only going to do so much because they're so telegraphed.
Yeah.
And all it's gonna take is a really good punch.
Also, like,
he's just like, guys.
I'm going to die here.
Yikes, I don't like that. Yep.
Ah.
I hate it whenever I see people grab blades. Oh.
Oh. No one expects the second knife.
Ah.
That was weird.
That was weird.
Like, that we both have that thought. Like, that's fucking weird.
Wait.
What? So that...
Oh.
Is that what that was to you? A competition? Also.
That moment when Harrison Ford actually drowns. I'm 79 years old, damn it. I can't be doing this shit. Which begs the question why they're doing another Indiana Jones movie.
Because money?
Yeah. That was cool.
That was cool. Who needs to breathe first?
They're all
suffocating.
And that's how the movie ends.
It's a suffocation standoff.
He's just in the background, like, seriously, I need fucking help.
Guys, please.
You're both trying to save me, and you're both doing a really bad job.
Seeing Harrison Ford in the background fucking drowning is just so hysterical.
God, that is...
It's gruesome.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Oof.
He's like, oh, shit, I was doing something, wasn't I? Damn. I'm pretty sure you can let go now, dude.
Look, you gotta make sure.
Her mouth was still moving. Not that you just, like, stop, but, like, still.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, you remembered me, thanks.
Hey. So, like, Kay parked. Where's his car now?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it is.
It's over there.
It's over there.
Know.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
In the over there section.
Somehow not, like, he did not park
like,
that
you know
far
what?
away.
I'm gonna be smart.
There's no way.
It's gonna be a little bit of a swim, but at least we're gonna get back to it.
There's no way. I do not remember him parking that far away.
No, it didn't seem like it.
Like, that's nonsense.
K is a better name, and I'm sorry.
K is a better name, yes. Hell, you could have just done K-A-Y.
Yeah, that's what I was...
Like...
Dad. I mean, not Dad.
Not Dad. Yeah, it's like, wait, I'm not the chosen one. JK.
I know that we can do this, like, on a closed set, is create giant waves like this. It's still really cool.
It is awesome. It's so cool.
It's very realistic. Like, they're not at a beach.
Yeah.
It's really impressive. They're all just like, I'm not doing more than one fucking take. Oh, yeah.
What?
I didn't even think about that.
Hey.
Damn it. Turns out Harrison Ford wants to be a deadbeat dad.
That was actually the plan the whole time.
That's why I meant you should have let me die. Now I have to pay child support.
This is legitimately the whole plan. Like, you ruined it.
God, he went through some shit. It's like, what's this? I didn't carve this. This is gas.
God, what a fucking plot twist that would have been.
Wait, it's not
Like,
mine.
wait a second. Well, I thought you were my dad.
Yeah.
And now you're actually just a stranger to me.
Yeah.
Like,
No answer.
Not really.
No, I got fucking stabbed.
I got stabbed. I got fired. I was manhunted. I lost my girlfriend. I had an existential crisis.
I lost my boss that wanted to bang me.
Like,
I had everything going
it's
for me.
actually a no good, very bad day for Joe. My name is Joe.
Yeah, I got given the shittiest name. I'm gonna take a nap.
Let's take 5.
Ooh. Yeah, that's bad. That was like a kidney. They're like, all right, Ryan, now lay down, but make it look comfortable. It's not gonna be, but make it look like it.
This is actually, like, so depressing. What does he have? He has literally nothing.
No, he lost everything.
He literally lost everything. This is actually such shit. Like, I guess he's got Mariette, I guess, but, like, that's almost nothing.
a question that I just thought about. If she's a replicant, is she actually sick?
I would say yes, but I feel like her like autoimmune disease is more of like a system malfunction.
And that was the movie. Kay died.
What? Wait, did he really die?
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. This was better. It was better than the original Blade Runner. I'll say that. Definitely better than the original Blade Runner because I was able to like follow everything.
Yeah.
The plot twists of like, oh, like Kay isn't actually the chosen one. It's actually the one girl. Like that was actually like pretty cool. Even though like you kind of basically already figure it out, but even still, it's like, oh, like.
It's compelling enough.
Good. It's a good confirmation of like you think it's right, but at the same time you're still like a little. You're like you could still be a little unsure, and then they reveal it's like okay, I knew it.
The very end.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh nope.
Yeah, it's like again you have that because like again I thought it was weird that they took Harrison Ford, and I'm like, wait, why did they take him and not Ryan Gosling unless he's not actually. Like the kid, and then it's like they reveal it's like, oh, okay, like I thought so, but I wasn't sure. So like that's like that's cool. It's I don't like I feel like this ended really weakly though.
It's just an abrupt end.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a weak end. It's just abrupt.
Well, I think because it's so abrupt, it's just like really now?
I think that's a lot of people had issues with it. Technically, this movie bombed.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Technically, it didn't make enough money to recoup its marketing and production.
Ooh, ouch.
But it's such a good
It's
movie.
pretty. It's it's a really pretty movie. I totally I dig it 100%. But like yeah,
it kind of the conversation that we were having yesterday about villains and not needing like an overarching plan and not needing a
motive, like
a character motivation and a sad backstory and stuff. Like I think that kind of fits in this, not because of the villain, because the actual villain just fucks off at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
like not Love, but
like the
Wallace. He's just gone.
He's just
That like, doesn't matter. The robot revolution doesn't matter because it's not a story about them.
Yeah,
and like as soon as Kay is gone, that's the movie ends, and I like it. I like that. Like it isn't satisfying. Because there is like it's finality, but not where you want it, and I think that's cool. It's like a director that I really don't like used the term subverting expectations when he made The Last Jedi.
Yeah,
and this does subvert your expectations, and it's not satisfying, but it is.
I think.
Good.
Yeah, I will admit that it is a good movie. But it definitely is like it's not a movie for everyone. Like there are good movies that, you know, anyone could watch, and like 90% of the time the average person would be like, yeah, that was a great movie. That was really good. This I feel like is a really good movie because it does make you think a lot.
Yeah.
But this is not a movie that like this is not a movie that you throw on because they're like, hey guys, like we're bored, or like we're just hanging out. Let's watch fucking Blade Runner. Like you don't do that.
It has a lot of baggage.
Yeah.
And like that's one of the reasons that this movie didn't technically do well in the theater is like, one, it's a sequel to a movie that was 30 years old at the time.
Yeah.
2, you have to understand at least you kind of have to really understand Blade Runner.
Yeah, you also have
understand
to,
this movie.
Yeah, and even if you don't understand Blade Runner, you have to really, really pay attention to this movie. Like, I think this is a movie that, like, if you stop paying attention, if you don't know anything about the original Blade Runner, if you stop paying attention, you're so lost.
Yeah. You have to, like,
you have
think.
to, yeah, you have to really be thinking and being like, okay, like what's he doing, and like what's the significance of this, or does this matter, does this not matter, why is this happening, like.
And I really like that it expects more of the viewer, and that's not, it's like, that doesn't help translate into a widely
but most
digestible
people who
movie.
Go to a movie don't want to have to really think all too hard.
No, but it's such a good film.
Yeah,
it like hits everything that you could want.
I think most people, I feel like most people will definitely praise 2049 for like its visual aspect, like the shots that they had, the music. Good. And how it pairs with everything, like, it's just so stunning, and it sets everything up so well. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it is a movie that, like, watching it, I would say, it's an awesome, like, it's a cool movie. It really got me thinking, and like it kept me really invested. And I was like, oh, like, what's, like, why does this matter? Like, what's going on? Like, I was always intrigued by everything, but like I definitely know that, like, if I had not been watching this with you right now, and I just watched this myself, this would have taken me, like, 2 extra hours, because I would be rewinding and, like, watching back again, because it's so hard for me to follow along and, like, pay attention. Because I just wouldn't be able to bring myself to do it.
That's fair.
Yeah, and I mean, like, that's not me being like, oh, like, I like, this movie bores me. It's just like I have to watch this movie by myself would be essentially me doing like a homework assignment of like, I know I'm gonna enjoy this, but I have to make sure I'm paying attention.
Oh yeah.
And I can't just like throw it on the background and listen to it.
No, this isn't a movie. Like, I mean, once you watch it the first time, it's definitely easier to digest. Yeah. And like, this is a nice background movie. It's very slow, so you don't have to constantly pay attention. Like, if you know what's happening. Yeah. The ambiance is really cool, and it is definitely one of those, like, we're just gonna throw it, we're just gonna throw it on and it'll play, and it'll be cool every once in a while. Yeah. But yeah, it's not something that you have to go through with a fine-tooth comb. Mm-hmm. It's not like super philosophical anything.
I would agree that, like, it's a movie that, after you watch the first time, you throw it on the background or whatever. But this is not like a movie being like, you're just casually scrolling through Netflix and you're like, I'll watch Blade Runner and that'll help me fall asleep. Like, that's not.
Yeah, no.
No.
You're like, what just happened? And I do like that it's not trying to be something more than just a sequel. Yeah. It's not like trying to lead up into another movie. It's not trying to tell you like some overarching message. It's not trying to be like an allegory for anything. It's just like, I'm going to tell a story and it's going to follow up Blade Runner. And if you really liked the first Blade Runner, then this is the movie for you. If you didn't, nothing's going to make sense. Yeah. And that kind of hurts it.
Yeah. And like, I know that you said that you like how it subverts a lot of your expectations. I like it, but at the same time, there are a couple things that I'm just kind of like, man, I wish this had more of a point.
You wish there was a payoff.
Yeah, I think there were too many things did not pay off, and I would have liked at least a couple things to pay off. Like
you like
the police
what
chief,
is Wallace doing now?
Yeah, like what's Wallace doing now, or like. Really, what's the point of Wallace? Because, like, I get, like, they're the villain, quote unquote, but it's also just kind of like, why though? Like Wallace feels like he's there because, like, oh, we need to write a villain in. This is our villain. Shrug, and I'm like, okay, sure, I guess. I could write it off as like there are other important things that I'm paying attention to, and like that's fine. But then they just keep coming back to it, and I'm like, okay, I'm paying attention now. And it's like, JK, it's not important. I'm like, then why are you getting my attention?
Yeah, you're like, this is just a random character. Like he'll probably like he's the CEO of the company, but he's probably not super important. Like maybe loves doing this all on her own.
And they make it.
It's like no,
they make it, and they draw so much attention to it, and like the moment that you're like, all right, fine, I'll like fine. What do you? It's like the kid that like keeps trying to call your name, and finally you're like, what? And they're like, hi, and then they run away. It's like,
hi.
Oh!
Like god damn it.
God damn it.
Literally what happened. It's like, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. Bye.
Yeah.
And I'm gone now. Yeah, I mean, it seems really hypocritical of me because of I don't like Rian Johnson. At least I don't like Rian Johnson as a director because of what he did with The Last Jedi. And it's not that I don't necessarily like the movie. I don't like the movie, but that's for a bunch of other issues. I don't like the movie and him because of the way that he like handled it. He basically just said fuck you to a bunch of people, like the Star Wars fan base, in his attitude toward the movie. He's like, I only made this movie for me. If you don't like it, it's not a movie for you. I just made the movie I wanted to see. And it's like, chill, bro. And his whole thing was like I just want to subvert expectations. Like everyone thought that it was going to be this or this or this. And I was like, you know what? Screw all your ideas. Nothing is real. And it's like, I can't give that a pass, but I can give this a pass. It feels very hypocritical, and I don't necessarily know how I feel about that.
I think it's...
But at least, like, Denis Villeneuve isn't condescending or in your face about it.
I think with this movie, like... Yes, it subverts your expectations, and like, sure, there's not really a payoff, but there is like there's something there. Like, it's not subverting your expectations to be a dick. Like,
no,
it's not just like doing it, be like, you thought this, you should have seen the look in your face, you're wrecked, idiot. Like there is,
it's just supposed to be shocking. You're just be like, oh, wow, it's over now.
It's like, oh wow, like I didn't expect that. That's crazy. Like, would you have liked more? Would I've liked more? Obviously. But, like, all right, like, it tells some sort of story. And I'm like,
the other question,
cool. I got a penny. I would have liked 10 cents, but, like, sure. I got something, I guess.
The only question that I really have for you in that regard is, like, this is a two hour and
2 hours and 43 minutes, almost 3 hours.
What more could you put in the movie? Like that would be substantial.
That's my other thing is that like as much as I want to rag on like, man, the payoffs for this just weren't worth it, and I even said like this whole like drawing attention to the villain now. Of like, oh, they abducted Harrison Ford and you gotta go save him and all that stuff. I'm like, it feels just so loose. Of like, I get
feels like a little bit of wasted time.
Like I get that it has to go this way because it's like, well, where else are you gonna go? Like, like you could argue, they could have obviously been more creative about it, or they could have done this, or they could have done that. But like, it's hard to be like, it is awkward for me to be like to criticize it, but at the same time just being like, it still makes it makes sense though, and like I get it, and like having the movie just end with Harrison Ford meeting his daughter and Ryan Gosling dying is like just feels so, it just feels so
it's
abrupt and like anticlimactic, but at the same time you're also just sitting there like. Even the movie the movie feel like it asks you like, what, you got a better idea? And you're like, no, not really. And they're like, exactly.
Well,
and
it's just like, now how do you feel? And you're like, I feel sad.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, and I think in like any trying to criticize it, again, it feels like the movie literally just asks you like, well, what, like, do you have a better idea? And you just have to go, no,
No.
like,
Yeah.
no, I don't. And I'm like, and they're like, yeah, exactly. I'm like, yeah,
You're like,
okay.
It sucks that like you feel bad. You're just like, man,
Yeah.
that was unsatisfying,
it
but
just
like
ends.
in a good way.
Yeah. I'm like, okay.
You know, you're like, oh god, I
Yeah.
want more, but I can't have any more.
Yeah, and I think that's another thing where it's like, I will like, it is that the abruptness of it, I will say, is kind of nice, because it's like watching, I don't even know, it's like watching any good show, and like,
It's like Firefly.
yeah, you're like, you the season
like, oh,
ends,
wow,
and you're like,
it's
man,
over
it's
now.
over. Like, that sucks. I want more, but at the same time, like, I don't want more.
Yeah,
because
but
I
then
don't,
you're like,
I don't want it to get fucked
that's
up.
the end. Yeah, exactly. Man, that's really interesting how those two are very paralleled in
Yeah.
that. Like,
Firefly and Blade Runner in the same universe, confirmed.
confirmed, yeah. Like, it's I kind of hope that there is something to that. He's just like, well, I loved Firefly and it just ended so unsatisfyingly, like with no payoff or conclusion. So
but
that's how I'm gonna write my movie.
But the thing with Firefly also is like, I mean, there are other reasons why Firefly did not continue.
Right.
There are
but
other
like maybe
factors,
that was
but
the plan, you know? He's just like, I'm going to take that and I'm going to use that as a baseline. I'm
As,
going to
like,
write
an
this story
excuse.
and then it's just going to end.
Maybe. I don't think so, though, because I feel like, because there's a lot of controversy about how/why Firefly ended, because the whole problem was that, like, Fox, from what I've heard, Fox like shot themselves in the foot multiple times when it came to Firefly.
When the Firefly and a bunch of shows, like Buffy, ended earlier than it was supposed to, even though Buffy lasted like 10 seasons or something.
But like the problem with Firefly is that, like, they aired the second episode as the pilot.
Yeah.
And then they aired the pilot as the second episode. So like that was one part that was confusing. Two part,
Fox has an issue with that. They've done that a lot.
Yeah. Second part, they like, I don't quite remember anymore, but I'm pretty sure they did like almost no publicity for Firefly. They were just like, yeah, it's a show, it's here, cool, whatever.
I don't think there were any ads.
Like,
I never saw any ads for it when I was a kid.
And then they even like, I think the whole first season is 14 episodes. They stopped airing.
12?
Is it 12? That was either 14 or
you might
13.
be right, and yeah, I think they only aired 12.
But they only aired like
it's
9,
14 episodes.
Or no, they only aired like 11. I think there were 3 episodes they never aired. So like that was also just like really confusing. They just took them down, like, nah, we're gonna stop airing this. And they're like, okay, I guess, because I think actually I want to say episode 11 is like a cliffhanger too.
Episode 11, Saffron crosses paths with Mal again. She asks him to help her rob a precious antique weapon from a wealthy man. Once Mal and Saffron are inside, they are discovered. It's revealed that the man is married to Saffron. Although the man, no.
Let's see here. Trash.
Yeah. Mal and Saffron escape, and Saffron portrays Mal straining him naked in the desert and picks up the weapon. However, Inara gets there first.
No,
and Saffron locked up in a storage locker.
Yeah, nope.
The crew escapes with the weapon.
It ends. No, there's no continuation. But I mean, even still, it's just like, it's just awkward that like they fucked up the pilot, and then it's like, now we're just not gonna continue the season. We're not even gonna air the rest of the season. F that.
I remember watching the last episode of Firefly and not knowing it was the last episode of Firefly, and I was like,
yeah.
So that
and it's like that's it, and it's like it sucks because you want more,
wow.
And it's like, god damn it.
Yeah, the U.S. viewers for episode 2 is 6.2 million.
Yep.
But that was the first episode that aired.
Right. That was,
and that usually always has the biggest.
Yeah, that was quote unquote the pilot.
And then the second episode, which is the first episode.
Yeah, because people were confused.
Sorry, the first episode
because they're like, because people watch the second episode, which is the pilot, quote unquote, and they're fucking confused of like what's happening in this. Because you also have to remember this show came out in what, 2002?
2002.
Like,
yep.
Like Sci-Fi. Okay, I don't know about this, but I don't think Sci-Fi was very big in.
No, the pilot aired so much later.
Did it?
They were all out of order. Episode 2 was the first to air, September 20th, 2002. Episode 3 aired September 29th. Episode 4, November 1st. Episode 5, November 8th. Episode 9, November 15th.
And then 10 was December 6th. And then, so the 7th episode of the season was the actual pilot. What the actual fuck?
3, 4, 5. No, 6, 7, 8. Not. It was the 10th episode to air. Because it was September and then October.
No, because War Stories, episode 10, War Stories, December 6th.
Yeah, but there's also the October block. It's the 10th episode to air.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, these are...
And then...
Yeah, these are labeled... Okay, God.
And then episode 11, 12, 13...
So the order is...
Never aired.
So the order is 2, 3, 6, 7, 8... 10. Yeah. 10, 1.
10, 14. No, 14.
10, 14.
And 1. The first episode is the last episode that aired.
Oh my god!
What the fuck?
Yeah, so like it's all so fucked up.
And then 11, 12, and 13, which are all really good episodes, never aired. Yeah, episode 12 was fucking depressing and it was really good.
Episode 12 was really sad. It was really sad.
Yeah, because that was the drug mule guy.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
Yeah.
Ah, boy.
But like, oh my god, holy shit. Yeah, so like this whole release schedule is just so bass-ackwards.
Right. I mean, and that's what I'm like. Maybe he took some inspiration from all of this.
Maybe,
you know, like because things jump around a little bit, and I don't know. That might be just putting meaning to something.
I feel
in
like
the movie.
I feel like you're. I
but
feel like
it's kind of interesting.
I feel like you're definitely putting meaning into it. But
it'd be interesting. I just know that Denny loves sci-fi.
Yeah, but going back to Bladerunner though, it is. I will admit that like the ending, while it is anticlimactic, like you obviously want more, but at the same time, like you do have to ask yourself like, but do I really though? Because like it's not satisfying, but it does feel right.
Yeah,
and I will praise it for that. And I've said this beforehand too, but like story-wise, much easier to follow than the original Blade Runner.
Yeah,
significantly easier to follow. Oh,
you don't feel creepy about the main character.
Yeah. I will actually. Here's actually I think the way that I would summarize Blade Runner. It's a lot of small plot lines, and it's your job to figure out what the main plot line is.
Yeah.
Like that's
the main plot line of 2049 is literally what is Kay's journey.
Yeah. And
then
like it's
once
just
Kay's
a bunch
journey is over, the movie ends.
Yeah, and I feel like through that journey you're really just you're just guessing the entire time. You're just like, is this the like path that is going on? Is it this? Is it this? Okay, well this one seems to be lining up the most, and then you take a hard left turn, and you're like, nope, JK, it's this, and we're like, okay. And then you wonder, is the GPS broken? And then it goes, you've reached your destination. And you look around, you're like, okay, I guess.
It definitely makes me want to watch some more Denis Villeneuve movies. Because a lot of his movies are just like this. They're just shot amazing.
Yeah.
And have kind of slow burn stories, but they're so good. He's probably one of my favorite directors. He did Prisoners, which is an amazing, really dark, depressing movie with Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal about a serial killer who steals children.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and it's really good, but it's really hard. And what else? He did Sicario, Arrival, and Dune. Like, those are his big movies. Sicario did really well. Arrival did really, really, really well. And Dune, people are really stupid because people went into the movie and they're like, but this is only half the movie. And then, like, the first thing it shows you is it says Dune Part 1. And everyone's like, it was only half a movie. And you're like, yeah, it told you.
Wow. Oh,
so a bunch of people are kind of ragging on it. Like, you're all just dumb.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I'm looking it up now. So worldwide profits was 260.5 million. In order to break even, it was estimated they needed around 400 million.
Yep.
To break even. Oh,
which it did not even get close to.
That feels so bad.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, damn, man.
And people really liked the movie.
Yeah.
But it's hard to sell people on going and seeing this multiple times in the theater.
Yeah.
One, because it's so long, and two, because there's a lot of baggage that comes with the movie. This is a movie by a guy who loved another movie so much that he made a sequel.
Yeah.
You know? It's a good sequel.
It's got a few accolades, though.
It's a hard sell.
Nominated for 5 awards. It won Best Cinematography, which makes sense.
And
Best Visual Effects makes sense.
Yeah.
So
I definitely don't think this was like Academy Award winner for Best Film, but it's really good.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have that mass appeal that it could be like, oh yeah, this was the best movie of 2017. I wonder who won that year. Oscars.
Let me see here. I was just looking at the.
Oh God, no! La La Land.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Shit. Nah, it was better than La La Land.
What was it? That was the year that had the controversy, right? Cause there was a controversy that someone read the envelope wrong.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
Mm-mm.
It was like a whole thing where I want to say it was who's the host of Family Feud? What's his name?
Oh, the dude with the mustache.
Yep. What's his name?
Shit.
Steve Harvey. That's it.
Steve Harvey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Steve Harvey. I want to say. Oh wait, no, not Steve Harvey. Fuck. It was because Steve Harvey. No, Steve Harvey read. That was the Miss America pageant that he read.
Oh yeah.
That was that one. No, this was something else. It was like Academy Award.
Oh. Okay. To be fair, looking at what it was going up against, it definitely wasn't the best one. Although I did like it more than I liked The Shape of Water. I don't need monster sex. But Dunkirk was really good. Get Out was really good.
Oh, never mind. I'm thinking of the Oscars, JK.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the wait, is it the Oscars or 20 coming to end. Next picture had been announced. The producers of La La Land were Best Picture had been announced. The producers of La La Land were making their acceptance speeches, and journalists were finishing up their stories, hoping to go home soon. Then suddenly, producer Jordan Horowitz was at the mic, waving a white card. There's a mistake. Moonlight, you guys won Best Picture. This is not a joke. That's what it was. Moonlight won in 20.
But that also wasn't the same year that. That wasn't the same year that 2049 was in the running.
Yeah.
It came out the same year, but it was in the 2018 because it came out like November.
Yes.
Anyway. Moonlight. I don't know anything about that.
So, Blade Runner won 2 Oscars for Best Cinematography, Best Visual Effects. They were nominated for Best Sound Editing, Best Sound Mixing, and Best Production Design. Those are their accolades from the Academy Awards in 2018.
I'm looking at... Oh, yeah, Best Picture, Moonlight.
Yeah.
Why does everybody say it was La La Land?
Because in 2017, it was announced as La La Land, but they read the envelope wrong, and in reality, it was actually Moonlight.
Everyone credits this as the one that wasn't won Best Picture.
They're fucking wrong.
Everyone that I've ever... That's weird.
Well, they're fucking wrong.
La La Land was not that good.
I remember that it was good. It was like literally like a whole controversy.
Did you ever watch Hacksaw Ridge?
No.
I haven't seen Moonlight, so I can't criticize it or anything. But Hacksaw Ridge is definitely better than La La Land. It's also, again, really hard to watch because it was... Oh, Hacksaw Ridge is a movie that probably shouldn't have been made by the person who it was made by. It's a movie about World War II. About a either Catholic or Christian conscientious objector played by Andrew Garfield. So it's a movie with religious undertones, overtone, whatever, fucking, I don't care.
Yeah.
My brain doesn't care right now. Directed by Mel Gibson. You know, the famous anti-Semite. That's awkward, but it's a really good movie, which sucks.
Yeah. Oh,
I've been having a conversation with people lately of, it really sucks when shitty people are actually good at stuff.
This was the controversy. So La La Land won Best Actress in a Leading Role, which was Emma Stone.
Okay.
So La La Land won there, and the envelope that was given. The whole controversy is that when the announcers were given the envelope, they were given the wrong envelope. So instead of being given the Best Picture envelope, they were given Best Actress in a leading role. So that's why they announced La La Land, but in reality, Best Picture was actually Moonlight. And it's this whole like he said, she said, did he actually? Is it rigged? Was it fake? It was a whole fucking thing. And like even Emma they interviewed Emma Stone because she's the one that obviously got the award. And like even she says like I was holding my card at the time, but I don't know how they got it, but they did, and it's like okay. Yeah. But now it's like a whole it was a whole thing of like, was it actually Moonlight that won? Did La La Land actually win? No, it was definitely Moonlight. No, it was definitely La La Land. And I'm like, and I'm over here and I'm like, cool, I guess. Neat.
Yeah.
I haven't seen either of these movies.
I watched La La Land. It was okay.
Yeah. But anyways, going back to Blade Runner. Final thoughts on Blade Runner. I liked it. Would I have liked it to pay off a little bit more? Yeah. But for what it was, I was like, okay, yeah. I was at least able, with how much of a slow burn it is, I'm glad that I was at least able to follow along. Because OG Blade Runner is also a slow burn, and I am left confused the entire time.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm
glad
at.
that they didn't do too much They just told you outright K is a replicant, so there's no like
there's no weird
is the origami important? Like, no. The origami man was only there to be like, hey, it's the origami man.
Yeah. It's like, hey, it's the origami man, and like, here, this is where you need to go. Like, okay, cool, makes sense. And like you said, like, people will criticize it for being like, oh, like, he doesn't do anything cool. He like goes in, asks for information, he gets it. I'm like, yeah, that's how it works sometimes. Sometimes you just get your stuff and then you leave. It doesn't always have to. I like that this movie has action in it, but it's not in the places that you would expect it to be. I feel like
no, it's also not important.
It's not
like
important.
The movie doesn't have to have it for the story to continue.
Yeah, which I like,
and it's like it's quick, but it's good, and it's like punchy.
Yeah,
like it services what it needs to, and then it's done.
Yeah,
it doesn't overstay its welcome, which is really nice because most movies nowadays that utilize action scenes are just like, we're gonna spend 5 minutes on this overly choreographed and also poorly done fight scene. Like all the Star Wars movies have been for the past like 15 years, or any like superhero movie. If you go and look at the choreography, they miss so much.
Yeah, and then like even like I've watched videos of like stuntmen even talk, and like even like combat experts like talking about like how fight scenes work. It's like if you ever see a fight scene where like they're trading blows constantly and they're going at it, like that's not how real fights work.
No,
at all. Real fights are actually surprisingly boring because in comparison,
the Corridor Crew did a whole thing about like fight scenes, and one of them that I really liked was the rooftop fight scene with Batman and Catwoman and all of the Bane ninjas,
all the henchmen,
and the dudes like Anne Hathaway being like 3 steps off, and then the guy in the background's just like, well, I have to do a flip now, so I'm gonna do that. He's like, I have a job. I'm getting paid to do a flip.
They also do one where they're talking about, is it Rise of Skywalker, I want to say? Where
No, it's The Last Jedi. It's the movie that I hate.
Oh, yeah, Last Jedi with all the red guards, and it's like, they're all just standing around, like, waiting to do something.
They're like, are you guys gonna hit your marks? No?
God.
Okay. I guess I'm leaving now. Oh, God. When I first saw that fight scene, I was like, man, this is cool. God. And then I saw it broken down, and I'm like, oh.
This is so bad.
Oh, no. This is horrible.
Now, if I'm going to get, like, real nitpicky about this movie, I will admit that the fight scenes where there was combat, if you're going to have combat scenes, if you're going to have a movie and you're not going to have a lot of combat scenes, I feel like it's important that where you do have the combat scenes, you are able to see what is happening. And I feel like Blade Runner does that half the time.
It's not as egregious of like doing constant cuts.
Yeah. It's like
sometimes they cut to at the very beginning. They're like, you see his head slamming into the wall, and then they cut to the back of the wall. I liked it, and I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
I think it really depends on
about, like,
the actors.
Yeah, I'm more like
the fight scene at the end was really bad.
Like where they're fighting in the water and it's
like
pitch black, and I'm like, I can sort of see because of like silhouettes, but I have to really, really pay attention to like where anything is.
I don't think in that moment the fighting wasn't really necessary. It was like, oh, hey, he's getting kicked, and he's like, then he gets a really solid punch in, and that's the thing that they focused on.
Yeah.
And then it's the knife fight scene, and they really focused on the knife fight scene. Like, you could see everything, and that was better. But yeah, but even still, it's like, it's dark, they're wearing dark clothes, and everything's wet too. And I'm like, this is cool. I would like to be able to see a little more.
like,
the
but
ambiance,
okay,
the environment.
but the environment though, yeah. And it's
Don't
really
you
important.
Like all this water.
Yeah, it's important to really signify that Harrison Ford is drowning.
Yeah,
it's really important to hit that point home.
The choking scene, that was really good.
It was very visceral.
Yeah, it's not like he was beating the shit out of her
we joked around, we joked around with it, but like it was actually a very like surprisingly visceral scene because I'm like they're both literally suffocating themselves, and it's like who's gonna?
And then Harrison Ford's in the fucking
that God,
he really undercut the moment.
It really does.
Like,
it really did.
You're like, wow,
because you see his head just like bob up briefly, and I'm like, God damn it,
Harrison Ford, you're not important right now.
He's in. I like to imagine that like
he's just
they did the shot and like he's not actually supposed to be there, and then there's like cut. Harrison's in the background again. And then
I got stuck.
And then they go into like they're like, I would just fix it in post, and like every shot's like that. Like, God damn it,
God damn it.
We gotta pick one of them.
Harrison, you're supposed to keep your head above the water. Yeah, I keep falling asleep. Damn it.
But all right, I think on that note, and that's a good place for us to stop. So guys, I want to thank you all for coming out and watching this episode of the C plus podcast. This was a little different from what we normally do. I like this though. This was fun.
Yeah, this was cool.
This was really fun to just kind of sit back and like watch a movie and like react to it. So I feel like we might actually. I think we should do this more often.
We should do this more often.
100%.
Yeah,
this was actually
you pick
fun.
one next time.
Yeah. I'll pick one for sure. And we'll definitely do this. I'll try to do this a little bit more so. But I think this worked out really, really well. But as per usual, if you miss this episode, it will obviously be on YouTube in the following week. All that good stuff. But as always, though, my name is Shogun Shin. That is Hex Ginkgo. This has been the C Plus Podcast, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye, everybody.